welcome back to my channel. So jumping straight into this video, I got a new unit from IDNhair. First time working with this company, and if you know me, you know I usually stick to what I know. But what attracted me to this company is, one, their lace is really good, and two, their knots. So they do something called scalp knots, which is just 1 to 2 strands per knot, so they look really natural, super invisible, can't even like tell that they're really there. So typically companies will put invisible knots in the front, which is 2 to 3 strands of hair per knot, which makes them like small but not too small. Like you can still kind of see them, especially if they're not bleached. And then they put like the bigger knots in the back that have like 3, 4, 5 strands per knot in the back, and you can really see those even when you bleach them, kind of. So this company does the single strand throughout the entire unit, y'all. So that not only makes the unit or the front less bulky, it just makes it look more natural in my opinion, and it looks flawless. I was doing all of that talking, I was just showing you guys the specs of the unit and what it looks like. And if you guys can see, you get so much parting space in the lace and not just that like 2 little inches on the side area. So you can do parts, braids, twisties, whatever you want with this unit. It did come plucked, it did come pre-bleached, but I am just plucking it a little bit more for my liking because y'all know I usually have to cut some of it away. And now I'm just slicking it back with this wax stick because blonde hair tends to just fly all over the place when you're trying to apply it, and it just helps to keep the hair out of my way so it doesn't get stuck in my adhesive. I'm ready to apply the unit, and I just want to say a few things that I noticed. One, this unit does run big, so if you have a small head, you definitely want to get a small. And 2, there were a few parts like in the lace that were over bleached, but I can fix that with no problem. That's not really an issue for me, but I just want to point that out. And then 3, a few of the hairs in the front were really short, so I don't know if it's just from them when they add the hair in, you know how they fold it over and one part is shorter. I don't know if it's that hair or if it's like hair that broke off because it's bleached, but the hair is really soft, especially for it to be blonde. Like it doesn't feel rough, crunchy, any of that.
It was just a misunderstanding.
So right now I'm just removing the lace and shaping the unit to my hairline, to my natural hairline, and then I'm going to use the IDN spray as my adhesive today.
You waited in the rain for hours, and I couldn't say the right things. No, I checked your number twice, then I went home. But I wanna let you know that, yeah, everything about you makes me smile. I wanna be your best friend, your best friend. I wanna be around you all the time. You don't understand, you don't need to worry. I meant everything I said, you don't have to search no more. Love is all around, so baby, what's your hurry? You don't have to prove us to anyone. You don't need to worry. Go down low, suburb. Go down low, honey. Go down low, baby. Go down, suburb, give it love, love. Go down low, suburb. Go down low, honey. Go down low, baby. Go down, suburb, give it love, love, love. And I want you to meet my parents, yeah. Now I'm including you in my whole world. With you, I'm so transparent. You tear down every wall that I built up. Now I wanna let you know that, yeah, everything about you makes me smile.
So for the sideburn area, I like to use a little bit of the Got To Be Glue gel just because I like to use like a lot of oils and stuff on my face, and this is the part that always lifts, and I feel like the gel is a little bit stronger than just the IDN spray alone, so this just helps to keep that part from lifting. So I'm removing a little bit of the extra lace that's just hanging. Obviously, I don't need it because my hairline is fully covered, so I can just cut this off. And then I'm going to go in with the ORS spray. This one is a strong adhesive. It's not as strong as the IDN, but this one has like a shine to it, and it gets rid of the ashiness that sometimes lace can have, especially if you're just using Holden spray. For some reason, it could be like a little ashy, even if it's HD lace. This melts it in perfectly. So I like to do this, rub it in first, and then I'm going to tie it down for a few minutes. So I let it sit long enough so I can go ahead and remove my rep strip, and you guys see that little over bleach part inside of my parting area. That's what I was talking about earlier, but I'm going to fix that. And now I'm just going to straighten it, and you can kind of see the little short pieces that I was talking about in the front. But I straightened it, and I was like, it's not plucked enough for me, so I went ahead and I pulled out a little bit more hair in the front, and I'm just going to pluck both sides like this. So if you used holding spray like I did, the hair is going to be like stuck back. So I'm just being really gentle and kind of combing out the holding spray so that I don't relift the lace. And then I'm going to pluck it on both sides.
I wanna be your best friend, your best friend. I wanna be around you all the time. You don't understand, you don't need to worry. I meant everything I said, you don't have to search no more.
Okay, so the hard, tedious part is done, and now I can do the final touches. So I like to take the remainder of foundation that's on my beauty blender and kind of just like tap it along the hairline. And then I also like to use a little bit of foundation powder just to really get the areas that aren't colored correctly or like matching my skin tone properly. And then I'm going to clean up the part. So that's the over bleach part right there. I like to use eyeshadow. I mix dark brown and black to get like that 1B effect, and I'm just going to clean it up. You can also use mascara. I've done that before. They have a dye that comes for like gray hair with a little spoolie that you can use, or you can just use a spoolie and cellophane or your own black dye or color to go ahead and fill this in. But the eyeshadow works perfectly for me. It doesn't move or go away or anything like that. So I'm cleaning this up, and then I'm taking the spoolie to just blend it so it's not like a really sharp line, because natural hair don't have like a super sharp part like that. So I'm just blending that out, and then I decided that I wanted to do crimps. I didn't want to wear it straight, so I'm using my crimper. I think this is a Revlon crimper. I'll leave it down below. I cannot remember where I got it. I think I got it from Sally's. But yeah, I used the ORS spray as my holding spray, and then I'm going to crimp the whole thing.
Love is all around, so baby, what's your hurry? You don't have to prove us to anyone. You don't need to worry. Hold on now, seven. Hold on now, honey. Hold on now, baby. Hold on, seven, give me love. Hold on now, seven. Hold on now, honey. Hold on now, baby. Hold on, seven.
So crimps are all done, and then I decided to pull the hair back in the front a bit and just leave like 2 little pieces hanging, and I freaking loved it. It came out so good. So I will have everything down below for you guys, along with coupon codes and anything that I used today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.